Happy Friday, Tour.
Happy Friday, Consuela.
How are you doing today?
I am pretty good.
Yeah.
A little tired, but
I think I'm more tired than you.
Yeah, I think you're more tired, but
I keep trying to figure out why I'm so tired. It's been a very full week because this has been my first week back at work.
Yeah.
And what?
And that's exciting.
Yeah, and it's been really full days. So, you know, like full day meetings, then a half day meeting followed by traveling to a conference, and then full day conference, morning of conference, driving home, getting a little rest, then going into the office, and then trying to jam as much as I could in the first half of the morning, and then being pulled out to go to interviews at the district office. So,
wow.
So, yeah, there's been a lot going on. Just a lot.
I think so.
Yeah. But we are in, well, this is our hoo cow looks. I'm going full hoo cow with hoofs and everything. Fuller frame and what I was going to call the boob missiles, but boob missiles are the mounds. These are the waifus. So
these are just very full.
Much fuller figure and hooves. Because normally I just go about with the horns and tail. And the bigger plus here is new spots, and that kind of jumps us into our credits. But just to give context, I suppose this is, well, for me, this is not exactly what I wore in the commercial, because I was told it needed to be G, and this little outfit doesn't have panties, so and it's kind of high up in the back, so I actually wore a different dress. I'm thinking I had to be G-rated, but you did wear this for your club look. I did,
and
you have spots too.
Right,
which I love. So,
I do. So you want to talk about what the club look is for, or the spots first?
Oh goodness. Okay, so I think we'll have to go back to red.
Yes, I think so.
So, and then I also learned something more from the comments that Red is pretty well known, and I don't know why it took us so long to get to know her. So, you know, I learned that from Tristan. Tristan made a comment on the last video. I don't know if you saw, and I will touch on it later, but Tristan basically says, hey, I know Red way back from XYZ and blogger for volatility and all this stuff. And I was like, oh, okay. I missed out, you know. I guess I can't know all the cool people in SL at once. Like, it takes time. Yeah. But anyway, so Red had invited us to participate as extras in a commercial being filmed, and I should also have the filmmaker's information. Do you have that handy so we can give her a shout out?
I will make sure to put that in the DM.
Yeah. Well, pull it up or drop it in the DM. Yeah. Because her name escapes me right now, because I follow her because of Tristan giving us his access to the video awards. Because when I went to the video awards, I was following everyone there. And I believe this video maker had also gotten some recognition. So I was following her, and then she's the one who was making the video for Smokefest, apparently Smokefest 3. And I didn't know this was a thing either. So I'm like, man, I'm painfully uninformed. But so Red was kind of like hitting up all her friends list to come be the extras for this commercial. And it just turned into this fun little party. Like, we were actually at the club. People just talking, dancing, and then even after the filming was over, they were still talking and dancing.
Yeah.
So it was a good time. So Red had invited us to do this, and then I was like, and they wanted furries, and then but we're not technically furry, in my opinion.
Furry adjacent. Yeah.
Furry adjacent, sure. And so So then, you know, we were talking about hook house, and she's like, "Oh yeah, we need the representation." so, so I'm like, "All right." So, but then I was like, "Man, I don't like any of the spots I have." And then,
yeah, that's always been a struggle.
Yeah, and there's only been ever 2 types that I found on the marketplace, and I've seen lots of people make spots, but I'm very particular about the spots, and you know, I just haven't ever found one that I really, really liked. And then you made a comment. I forget who started with zipper, but
yeah,
I don't know if it was you or me, but what do you remember?
I want to say that I think I mentioned it where I just said offhandedly that it would be cool if zipper made like glitter spots or something.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then I said, well, I was going to look, and then I said, know what? Yeah, I'm just going to ask her direct if she has anything in her store that is either cow spots or close to it. And I messaged her, and she was available. She's a night owl. She stays up a lot. I DM'd her because I don't think she was an SL at that point. And she said, no, I don't. However, I could make some.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are.
So, she also was saying that it seemed to help her get through a little bit of a creativity block that she's been going through.
Yeah. Because she needed something for an event she's in next soon. I don't know if it's now or in another week or so. So I'm looking forward to seeing her ads for her. I think she's just, well, at least the version we have is, I guess, a beta for her. But I think she was calling the Milky Way.
Milky Way, yeah.
Yeah, which I thought was fun.
It is adorable.
If I push in, you can see, I might see my avatar gives it. She gave it a thumbs up the last time.
I like Milky Way. I did propose to her Moonshine, but I think Milky Way is better.
Yeah. So the little bits of glitter that I have on, so I have spots on my face as well, because I told her I like some of the spotting on the face.
Yeah.
Nothing too major, right? But enough spotting on the face. And then there's a glitter. You can wear them with or without glitter. And there is a shine that goes with it, so I do have a shine to work with them on. And then you have, what's fun, I think you can see it more on, can I see it on you? No. She built in like a little heart. She has a little heart spot on the belly and a little heart spot on the butt, I think. And I don't know that you can see that because we're dressed, but it's cute. So you have like the non-glitter version on, right? And it looks really good on you too.
Yeah, I have the non-glitter version on. Unfortunately, there's still the trouble of getting materials to work with Jake also. But yeah, I just threw on the non-glitter version.
Yeah.
But I think it looks great. I'm very happy with these.
I am too, because my other thing is I don't like really dark spots, so I really wanted
the other thing,
the option to have some opacity, because it would get in the way of tattoos or body imperfections, or they wouldn't look right laying on top of each other because they were so dark.
Exactly.
And I know you can tweak things if you have the permissions are there to tweak it, right? And some of them they're not; they're just solid spots, and that's it. So she did an amazing job on the fly. She did it within, I don't know, an hour or two, if that.
Yeah, it was really fast.
Really fast. Because at first I said, well, how long would it take you to do something like this? She's like, oh, you know, I can have it ready in about a week or so. And I'm like, oh, so not tomorrow? But I know, because I know, and I even said up front, I don't know what all's involved. I don't have the skill set she does. And then I think she was just really motivated to crank out, a version that I could use. And actually, even the very first thing she gave me, I could have used. So, but then she gave me an updated beta, and then I went with that. So, so we
got to rock these at the commercial.
Yeah, we got first ones to wear them and rock them at the commercial, and I will rock them with my Hukal looks. So, but yeah, so that's the story behind that. But that kind of takes us into our styling. So,
I love your Hukal look.
Yeah, I know you do. I know you do. So starting at the top for me, I'm wearing one of my S Club hairs that I like. Is this S Club, right? I'm not misspeaking. Let me turn my interface on. It's
S Club Dana.
Yeah. So Yeah, so if I scroll down, go to my wearing. I'm wearing so much. Yeah, S Club Dana. I like this one because it's up. It's got a little braid, like a loose braid in the back with a ribbon. I thought it was cute. Then I went to Octubre with our teacher Poe, her store. I went there because I was going through my notices and she had posted some things, and then I found these cute hearts that I'm wearing that are hers. So she's calling these, where is it on here? Octubre. Squeak. I don't know why they're called Squeak. But they're just neon hearts, static.
Yeah.
I have one in the palm of my hand too. That was a surprise to me. When my avatar opened her hand up, there was this heart there. I thought it was cute. And so I just thought these were great because we saw pictures of the club before we went. It was very neon. So I thought these would fit in a club scene. I mean, it was kind of like holographic, neon-y, bright holographic, I think.
Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah.
I would say so.
Then I've got the Minuet glasses on that you like. We like. These are my cow glasses for sure because they got the little sticker on them that says new. Then I've got some Eamoni on, which I always do. I've got my Vici nails on because I wanted to make sure I had my Vici cow nails on. Duck nails on for my cow look. Got some Avaway on for the necklace. No. This is not Avaway. This is Rar.
Oh.
Because let me go back.
Oh, right.
Let me go back.
Yeah, the loved set.
Yeah, because it matches what I had on before. Okay. So there was another look. There was a swimsuit look. And in that one, I had Rar. And why am I not seeing this on my list? Is it because I wish the designers would always list their store name first, but they don't? There it is. Right. Rar Love Necklace. Because of my swimsuit look, I had the loved thigh garters on for the maze and the soft thighs and the anklets, which would make it that went nicely against the hooves. So when I switched into this, I just left the necklace on. Then the dress, and originally I was wearing by Chizu when I thought it had to be G-rated, but when I found out it didn't, I switched into Eternus. And then this one is glossy, the glossy dress and waifu, because I have the waifus on today, clearly. And then if we go down from there, you thought my boots were all in one, but they're not. I have it's apricot paws, hoofy toes on, and then I have the skelly bones, which is they call it Nyx. It's hoofy toes, soft thighs. It's like a latex stirrup that goes with the hoofy toes. So I think that's all me. I'm wearing Soleil underneath this, of course, because I still haven't changed that skin by Alt 3. I've got my tiara on that I always wear, and that is, I don't think I ever give it, I think I want to say I forget what it's by. I'm going to say RYX or something like that.
The creator is Rika Doobie. Let's see.
Rika. It's Rika. Yeah.
Rika, yeah.
And the horns, because I never call them out either. The horns are T-Bunny. And honestly, I don't think these horns are available anymore. Because I know I've looked in World. I think the store in World's closed, and I don't know if they're available in the marketplace anymore.
Gotcha.
So, and then I also have my bindi and stuff that I never call out either, and they're by Ashes. And then we're in leLAPEAU with the cow ears, aka Elf. And I think that covers all of it. Oh, and the tail, drastic. It's the tail. Okay.
Well, you look great.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, how about you?
All right. Well, so I am a little bit all over the place. I don't do, like, per se, a lot of club wear.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to rack my brain thinking which creator can I vibe with for club wear. And so I landed on our good friends at Asteroid Box.
Oh, that's a good place to land.
I think so. So I looked around a bit, and I decided to try this out. So this is the top is the Quinn jacket,
Okay.
and the bottoms are actually a full outfit called the Lennox outfit. And it's actually worn as one piece, but it allows you to toggle all the different pieces on and off.
Okay.
So it actually has like an undershirt and a jacket and the pants, all which can be toggled separately, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Down at the bottom, I have some butterscotch Nolan boots on.
Okay. Those look great.
And yeah, I was quite happy with how those worked. And let's see, I also have on the they actually come with a socks add-on, so that was convenient. Let's see, going up, I have on these glasses from Deep Static. These are the Nero glasses.
They look really good.
Thank you. I like the tortoiseshell pattern that they've got on that. This is the No Witcher hair by No Match. And since we're going a little bit more thorough, I also have on the No Travel beard add-on, which has this little, thing of my
little gathering of the beard hair.
Exactly. My crown is the Blyson plus Mai Tai Yggdrasil crown. I also have on some ring sets, so I've got the Janus rings, the Ventu rings, both of those by Real Evil, and the Isoral wedding ring in there as well. And let's see, it's actually going to be a little tricky for me to say where my horns came from. Let me see if I can find a detached version or a decoupled version.
Yeah.
Okay, so this looks like it's promising. Who are you? 1 second. Horns. Because I have my horns and my tail linked together to save some prims is the thing. And it looks like the horns come from Faye Bodyworks.
Okay.
And the tail comes from PBW. Who are you, PBW? Properties. It's been a while since I've looked at these, so bear with me. Zilfei. Oh, the tail also is from... Well, that doesn't make sense. Oh, PBW, Faye Bodyworks.
Okay.
Right.
So they're a set.
That's the thing.
Yeah. Okay.
They're a set, yes.
Very good.
I just have them linked together, which they don't come that way out of the box. All right. And other than that, yeah, I have the all three spots on. And I have the... are these Andor? I think they're Andor. Yeah, the Nikki earrings.
Okay.
And I think that's pretty well it. Any part of mine that I'm not covering? I don't think so.
I don't think so. Although I know for me, I forgot to shout out that all my imperfections are Izzie's. And I have various tattoos on.
Right.
I have a mixed bag of tattoos.
I also have Izzie's imperfections on. And the guy liner from Jack Spoon.
Right. And your tattoo underneath your jacket.
Yeah, it looks like my layer's messed up, so it's not visible at the moment, but
I
it
know
is
it's
there. Yeah.
All right. So I think we're done with credits then. And
Yes.
obviously our moves are by Oh My. So,
Yep.
So then that would take us into, we don't really have SL news.
Briefly, I want to cover where we are and why we're here.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah. So we are at a place called the Condor Art Center.
Okay.
And this is actually I don't know how long it's running, but they are currently exhibiting one of our friends and one of the Visionaire alums,
Stevie.
Stevie
Yeah.
Basevi, who has put together all of these wonderful photos that you can see around this space. And I mean, this sings to me especially because I love like landscape photography, and she's really taken off with that.
Yeah.
And loving seeing that, especially because, you know, she was initially very uncertain about like opening up her gallery and such as that, and thankfully did that, and now is doing art exhibits and stuff. And I'm just really proud of her, and really admiring some of this work. I picked up a few of these prints
Good.
because I like them quite a bit.
Yeah, she did a lovely job. I was just camming around a little bit more. All right. I didn't see anything here. You know, usually there's something about the artist. Did you see anything
I didn't
like that?
see anything like that either. I see stuff about the art gallery itself, but I didn't see something about the artist.
Okay.
That's not to say it doesn't exist, but I couldn't find it.
Yeah, well, it should be more front and center, honestly, but...
Agreed.
Anyway. Okay. So, we are ready to talk about SL news and or other things.
I think we're there, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, you and our preparation, you were telling me there's really not any SL news, and I'm like, really? And I went to look, and there really isn't. I think they're tired from SL21B. I think they're still recovering. So
yeah.
If I go to my internet window, and you turned on me, can you turn back?
Did I?
Yeah. Giving me profile. Gotcha. There you go. What we did have is we wanted to kind of share Smokefest information. So they post actively on their SL Facebook, and they have like pre-parties and stuff. I'm not sure when actual Smokefest is. I want to say August based on what I've seen. So yeah. Okay. So Yana Snow is who she is. And so she is the one who is doing the commercial for Smokefest. And that's what she told us at the end when we were partying, was that Yana, that Smokefest will have it before she has it on her channel. So, because it's work she's doing for them. So I would imagine if you follow Smokefest on Facebook, you'll probably see the commercial there. I'm hopeful that someone will let us know when it's actually live, but I'm following Smokefest on SL now, so I will probably see it and I'll let you know when it's live. I'm very curious to see how it turned out, because there is a lot of good-looking furries, and it was a mix. It was a mix of furries and then, you know, furry adjacent and human.
I loved that environment.
Yes. I think that's why so many people stuck around and partied in it for a little bit.
Yeah, it gave me some fond memories of, you know, back when I ran the Biggins Club. Because it was very much that sort of atmosphere. Furries, furry adjacent folks, and just friends thereof.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
So I'm just sharing her information up here. We're not on that yet. I was tabbing over to the Flifty, not Flifty, Fliff, and misclicked. So yeah, so that is a little bit of, we don't, like I said, there's not really SL news. We just wanted to elaborate a little bit more on a event that's coming soon. So stay tuned, because now I want to check out Smokefest. Because if that's if the commercial is a sampling of the environment, then I want some more of that. So
yeah, it looks like a good time.
Yep.
For
Okay.
Sure.
I have a call coming in, so I'm going to pause this real quick so I can pick this up. All right, sorry about that. Let me get my internet window back up. Okay, so we talked about Smokefest, and I showed their link tree and their link tree. And then the next tab I have is sugar. Is it time to talk about Fliff?
I think it is.
All right.
I think that's where we're at.
So it says shop 50 Linden Friday deals before they're gone by Kitty. I just like saying Kitty. And I'm scrolling it. And what would you say? Does it look like an average length list to you? How does the list feel?
I would say it looks average, yes.
Okay. Who are our sponsors?
We have 4 sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
We have Broken Arrows,
Mm-hmm.
Doe,
Okay.
Dots, and GhoulWaifu by Ghoul.
That's a favorite. No one has explained this to us yet, have they? Did anyone send you a note card? Does Zipper know?
No, nobody's explained it.
I want
It's a
to
mystery.
know. Why? Ghoul was it GhoulWaifu? It was always just Ghoul.
It was just Ghoul.
And then it became GhoulWaifu by Ghoul. I want to know why. Okay.
So, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, the note card just listed as GhoulWaifu, but we know that it is GhoulWaifu subtext by Ghoul, which cracks me up every time I see it.
It cracks both of us up. And it just pokes at my brain because I'm curious. We're both very curious people. I like the story behind things.
I do too.
So,
very much.
Okay. Well, I think, does this mean we're ready to actually get started now?
I think it does. I think that's where we're at.
Okay, let's go.
All right, let's go.
All right, Tour, we're at Broken Arrows, and what do they have?
We have an inflatable cooler for you to go and do some poolside beer drinking.
I see. Now, remind me, I know you're not really a drinker of any sort of alcohol.
That's accurate. Yep.
You have tried beer, though, right?
I have not tried beer.
Ever?
No.
What?
I've smelled it.
Okay. So, can you explain? I mean, I feel like we've talked about this, but I like to talk about things more than once.
Let me fix my hover as well.
Oh, our hovers are both wrong because that other area was
Okay.
So tell us the story. I know you're not interested in any kind of alcoholic drinks, right?
Right, and that's basically it. Is
But not even curious. I just got done saying we're curious people.
Yes, I am curious about a lot of things. The thing with alcohol is like, while I'm curious, I feel like I can't sate that curiosity if I'm compromising my ability to sate that curiosity if I enter like a altered state.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This reminds me, and again, because I know you've talked to me about this before. Is it that you don't want to be in an altered state?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And I do genuinely find it interesting observing others and the effects that things have on them. But it's not something that I've ever wanted for myself.
But you don't ever think that either alcohol or drugs can enhance your altered state, like enhance your state of being?
Not for me, or if they do. So I have this weird question that rolls around in my mind when it comes to things like this, which is, and this is not something that this is something that's developed over time. It wasn't part of my thought process when I was early on, not drinking, but over time I've developed this thought pattern of linking it to the way that people's minds shift, either through like having various mental health issues or even dementia. And like when I deal with people who start to I've had family who have gone through, like, Alzheimer's and such, and at some point along there, I kind of stopped perceiving them as the person they used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And they're someone different, because that there's a person is kind of defined not just by, like, their physical body, but also by their relationships with others and their interactions with others and the shared experiences and memories thereof. If you alter those things, at some point, someone is a different person. And I genuinely believe that. Like, that's kind of it's more of a philosophical sort of question.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like they're being possessed, but their behavior, the way that they interact with their relationships, and even their memory of events is deviated so far from, like, my own, that for all intents and purposes I'm interacting with somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of alarms me for my own self. Like, I guess that's kind of where I don't want to let go, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's I know it's an odd way of looking at things, and I'm not saying any of this to tell other people don't experiment with, recreational drugs,
Right.
or drink or anything like that.
You're not being judgy.
I'm not being judgy. A lot of people even find a lot of, like, fulfillment or stability in doing so. Some also, especially with alcohol, get into, where it becomes, like, actually, like, abusive.
Mm-hmm. There's definitely crossing a line.
There is crossing a line. But there's that phrase that some people say, like, especially when someone gets totally drunk, where, they, especially with men who get aggressive when they get drunk,
Mm-hmm.
is people say, oh, well, he acts like a different person.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I think there is genuine truth to that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's kind of where my thoughts are on that, and why I don't.
Yeah. And this is why I decided to crack open this story, because you have said this to me before, but I think it's just because I find it really interesting, and I don't know how many people knew that that's how where your thoughts were or are on this topic, because it would seem surprising to many, like it is surprising to me, that you've never even tried a beer. Like I have. I was like, I've tried a beer. I don't like beer. I think I like funky beers, like if they're like ginger beers or some other I don't even know how to describe it. It really has to be a really funky beer for me to like it. I am much more of a margarita girl, so I like all kinds of margaritas, and they can hit me pretty hard and I get sleepy. So it doesn't make sense for me to have a lot of drinks unless you want me to go to bed early.
Right.
It just, and I can think of times even in recent history where, I ordered like 2 margaritas, and usually 2 is about the stopping point. Unless they're giant and they actually equal 4.
That happens sometimes.
Yeah. Or if they're too good and I'm like, I'm okay, it's okay. And I was like, no, this is not okay. I need to sit here for a minute. But I don't partake much either. Sometimes I will, if it's been if it's been a particularly stressful or difficult day, I will. just to kind of stop my mind from perseverating, and just kind of relax and sleep. Because a lot of times, like a lot of other people, I think your thoughts and your mind can keep you up, right? So if I have a few drinks, I know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be sleepy time. So
my mind definitely keeps me up sometimes.
Yes, yeah. So, and then on the flip side, on the drug side of things, I have not done any drugs. So I think for me, it's like, I'll sample some drinks. I'm not interested in sampling the drugs, just because I have a different perception of them. Even when it comes to, like, you have to take drugs sometimes, like medically, and I'll trust that because it's like medically prescribed. But there's lots of stories of people going over the deep end with those. So I take everything, any kind of medications. I try not to overdo it. I try not to need them if I don't need them. So,
and like the thing about drugs especially, and why I think that it's important to decriminalize them, is a lot of those cases of people like going over the deep end is a lot of times it's because if we can't put any sort of safety regulations around their production because they're de facto illegal, then you're relying on completely unmonitored, unregulated production and distribution, and things will always go wrong in that environment.
That makes sense.
So, yeah.
Well, I want to thank Broken Arrow for launching this story time.
Yeah.
So, but if you want an inflatable thing, a cooler of beer, Broken Arrow has you covered.
Yep, exactly.
Are we good to go?
We are good to go.
All right, tour. We are at Doe.
We are at Doe.
And they have 2 hairs, it looks like. What are they called?
So we have one that is called Machi. And then we have Lillian.
All right, so Machi is behind me. And it looks like some side ponytails, but a little different, which is cute. And
side ponytails with like buns almost.
Yeah. And then the other one is Lillian.
It's an updo of sorts.
Yeah, it's like two little up buns.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So 50 linden for the different color packs, right? And then the fat pack tends to be more. Right? How much is it?
The fat pack is going to be 400 for either of these.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and clicking them, I'm realizing, is creating the particles.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have to keep turning my interface on and off. I don't know why my Firestorm is holding on to particles well after. So,
interesting.
Yeah. So, anyway, all right. So you got 3 color choices, or buy them all, and that's what you have at Doe. Anything else before we move along?
Nothing else at Doe.
Okay. All right, tour. We are at Dots.
We are at Dots.
And when we first got here, I looked to your side, and I was like, "What are these things?"
Yeah. We picked up a couple things here.
Yeah. So we got the Gamer to Go, which seemed fun because of the animation, and then I saw the Stanley Cup, which they're calling a smelly cup. But I saw the Stanley Cup, and I watch a lot of TikTok where they I don't know, it's oddly satisfying to watch these little things where people like pack their bags in very highly organized and structured ways with all the perfect little bags that you could possibly need. And I never pack like that. I don't know who packs like that. That seems like type A plus perfectionist.
I think they're just doing it for the camera.
I don't know. But anyway, so it's all the sounds of the packing. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Not entirely.
Oh. See,
I don't watch the TikToks.
Okay. I am going to have to find in between things. I don't want to slow us down because we're already at this for a little bit. In between things, I'm going to find a TikTok in particular where it was exactly this, but like she was packing her Stanley Cup, if you can imagine it. Can you imagine packing a Stanley Cup? Like, you pour your beverage in and go. The end.
Exactly. That's
but you see how the Stanley Cup has like things attached to it? It was like that.
Yeah.
And it even had a tray on top.
Wow.
It was insane. I hope I saved it. I'm sure if I didn't bookmark it, I at least liked it. So I should be able to find it in my TikTok history. So when I saw this, I'm like, yes, I need one of these because I don't own a Stanley Cup in First Life, nor will I own a Stanley Cup in First Life. I don't have that need. And to me, it just seems like a status thing. And so I don't need to do that. I have plenty of cups that serve me just fine. And I've never needed a Stanley one. So
it's still weird to me that a cup is considered a status symbol.
Yeah. Well, things reach that level,
Yep.
So when I saw this, it reminded me of that TikTok. So I will find it to show all the people and you. And then we saw the switches behind us, which switches always hold a special place in my heart because you and I have switched together.
Yes.
We used to play Animal Crossing during pandemic times. And so I still have a Switch. I actually will I've utilized the Switch at school where I will, as a reward for my students, it'll be, switch it up with Mrs. So-and-so, right? And because it's all, you can connect. I just, you can do that thing where you're just all playing together, right? You can link up together.
Especially for things like Mario Kart or
like a local, what do they call it? Like a local network?
Local play.
Play, right? So you don't need a bunch. You just need other switches to connect to. And the kids love that because, I work in elementary school. I'm sure it'd even fly higher than that, but I haven't done it in a couple of years and I need to do it because the kids will lose their minds. And it's a way for me to build relationships with them as well.
Yeah.
And so I will bring that back this school year for sure as we get started.
Nice. That's
so,
awesome.
So the switches, when I see a switch, especially one that's nicely done like this, where, she's holding it and then she's playing it, I just think it's cool. So I couldn't pass it up. I can't pass up a Switch in SL when I see it. So, but that is not what we're here for. It's actually this inflatable with some alcohol, with beer again.
Yeah, to go with your broken arrows.
Right?
Beer.
So your man is standing on the beach with his inflatable cooler with beers, and he's handing them to you as you float.
Yep.
And you put your beer in the floaty, and then you pour some in your cup because you're a lady, so you're going to drink it out of a straw in your red Solo cup, as opposed from straight from the bottle, like a dude.
Yep.
That's funny. All right, so 50 linden per color. Gosh. They have a fat pack here too? How much is the fat pack here?
The fat pack here is going to be $4.50.
$4.50. All right. Okay. I think we're all set. I am eager to find this video to show you and everyone else. I am very curious how many of the people watching this video know exactly what video on TikTok I'm talking about. Or here's even better. If you're watching this and you know that you've seen videos like that on TikTok, please link them in the description in your comment. Because I want to see them.
This video and you've packed a Stanley Cup.
Oh, please share.
Please share.
Please share your video because if you packed a Stanley Cup, I know that you made a video. So,
all right.
Okay, are we ready for the next?
Yes.
All right, tour. Where are we?
We are at GhoulWaifu by Ghoul.
All right. And what do they have for us today?
We have the love worker dress.
I like how they phrase that. Love worker.
Yeah. So they're saying summertime is showtime. Umomi and Umami got a sister. Updated skin weights for nicer titties. Added bombshell size. Very customizable to make it Truel unique.
Truel.
Enjoy summer. Yeah.
All right, so latex and glitter versions. If it's Legacy, Reborn, it's made for Waifu, Perky, Pinup, and Bombshell. And is it all the colors for 50? Each individual colors 50 here?
That's what I'm saying.
Didn't you have some collections at the bottom, right? Is it the villain packs? No?
No.
Oh, the villain pack at the top.
Different colors, yeah.
Gotcha.
Villain pack at the top is $9.50. And we have a Colette sighting.
We have a Colette sighting. Let's see if I can get her. Oh, she came closer. She's closer. Yeah. Hi, Colette.
Yes. Looking great.
Yeah, looking good. Just gotta do the pan around of Colette. Nice panties. All right. Are we good to go?
We are good to go.
Okay. All right, Tor. Now that I've behind the scenes tortured you with Stanley Cup TikToks.
I'm disturbed.
I can hear it in your voice. All right. Where are we?
We're at ANC Limited.
ANC Limited, and they have what for us?
We have this square wood table.
Square wood table.
They're calling it a square wood table, despite it clearly being a rectangle.
So what's the rule, though? All squares are rectangles, but not all rectangles are squares. There's the other way around.
All squares are rectangles, yes, but not all rectangles are squares. And this is the example of a rectangle that is not a square.
Okay, but you can buy this rectangle table
Yes.
in 3 colors. Is it 50 linden? Looks like 50 linden each per color.
No.
Nope.
So this one color that's nearest to us is the color that is 50. Gotcha. The others are 200 each.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, you know me. You never know when you're looking for like a pretty, I don't want to say nondescript, but I think sometimes, furniture and accessories can get pretty stylized, and sometimes you just need
just getting a functional table.
Functional, right? Because I'm not trying to be insulting, but just I don't know. Is nondescript insulting?
No, but like it has a description. It's just not square.
Okay, we'll go with you. So you just need a functional rectangle table sometimes, is what I'm saying.
Exactly.
To complete a room.
Yeah.
And here you go at ANC Limited.
Yep.
All right, are we good to go?
We are good to go.
Okay. All right, Tour. I sense a new store like feel here.
Yeah, definitely a new store. Took me a minute to get oriented.
Yeah. Where are we?
So we're at Belleza.
Belleza.
And they're doing an interesting thing where outside they seem to feature several Belleza creators, but inside here they have totally remodeled for sure.
Yeah, I'm pulling back. Oh yeah, it's so pretty.
Yeah, it's a lovely plaza.
They've done a really nice job.
Yeah, I really like this.
You're right. They have designers out there, so you can shop for your Belleza.
And find creators that, you like the style of and maybe jump into their stores.
Yeah. And then inside they have their bodies. I'm trying to avoid titties. So I'll push back in on us. And then over on your side, it looks like they have some clothes for Jake.
Yeah.
Of their own?
They have some man clothes.
Are you going to look at that?
I actually bought a couple.
Oh, good.
Of these. Yeah. So I don't know if they were at the old store or if they were, maybe they were hidden somewhere.
I think they may have been, and they were hidden away a little bit.
Gotcha.
But this layout's gorgeous.
This layout's definitely gorgeous.
Yeah.
And they also have some women's outfits on the other side, and it looks like they're planning on fleshing that out some more. So,
Okay.
So yeah, great job, Belleza, on your new store layout.
All right.
And they have for us the Mimi skin.
And so these are bomb layers for the Luca Evo X mesh head only. And it includes 4 skin tones, body system layers, ears texture, and 3 brow options. So 50 linden, and you could have the Mimi skin.
Yep.
Which is lovely.
Ooh.
So I think that covers it. Are we good to go?
We are good to go.
All right, Tour. I believe we're at Bonnie, right?
We are at Bonnie.
We haven't seen Bonnie in a bit.
No. Though, admittedly, we've been, we've missed a few weeks.
We've been MIA as well.
Yeah.
Yes, that's fair. All right, so we've got, what are they calling this little skirt here?
The Mizuki skirt.
Mizuki.
And we can get it in denim or black.
Okay.
Or dark gray, sorry.
Yeah, so it's a denim skirt that you can get in dark gray or blue.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that is cute and tiny.
It is cute and tiny. You would
Yeah.
show off some good gyat.
Oh my goodness. You gotta just surprise me with the slang. I love it. So this is available for Legacy and Reborn. And then like I did find some of those Stanley Cup videos. I'm gonna put them in the description for people under my links if you're curious on what I'm talking about, because they're crazy.
I'm so sorry, everyone.
Excuse me.
So I'm just curious if people have seen those or made them or have their own to share. But anyway, I just wanted to mention it before I forget. Okay, so Bonnie, Mizuki skirt, very cute. 50 linen for the blue, 50 linen for the black, and then you too can have a cute little skirt that shows off the gyat.
Yep.
As Tour says.
Yes.
All right, are we good to go?
We're good to go.
All right, Tour, I see intestines, so that means we are at
Clover.
Yeah. And what do they have for us today?
We have something called the Deep Carapace, which is a way you can spell that.
Oh, is there a different way to spell that?
Normally, carapace is with an extra A, isn't it? Yeah.
Where you mean? Where's the extra A?
Instead of the I.
Oh. Okay. And so, do you already know what this is? I don't even know. I don't know this word.
Carapace is like the outer shell of a creature. Usually it's an actual shell type thing, or which this isn't quite a shell. So.
Are you saying fell or shell?
Shell. So I'm just curious about the carapace bit of this. But anyway, maybe carapace is a word that I don't know. No, carapace. Yeah. So anyway, it would be the like bony or chitinous out exterior of a creature. But this is the Deep Carapace, which is a beautiful bomb body tattoo for mystical avatars looking to add a splash of whimsy to their avatar. Comes in 25 different colors, which you can view using the Atlas image provided in the demo.
Okay. All right, so for 50 linden, you get this with 25 different colors.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, this almost would have worked with our merfolk look, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you could get away with something like that.
Yeah.
As a tattoo layer on it. Yeah.
All right.
So, shall we away?
I think so.
All right.
All right, Tour, where are we?
We are at Crypt Keeper.
And they look like they have a tiny skirt for us.
Yes, they have the very hot-looking Emily skirt.
Literally.
Mm-hmm. For Legacy, Lara X, and Reborn.
Yes. Okay. And then it's going to be 50 linden per
There's
set.
2 packs, yeah.
Okay. That's a
So
good
there's
deal.
the white flames and red, and then there's the pink flames and magenta. Yeah.
Okay, very good. All right. Are we good to go?
We are good to go.
All right, Tour, where are we?
We are at TP Yum Yum.
TP Yum Yum.
Yep.
We have this here, which is probably
Yes.
numbered long 29.
Yep,
Long
long 29.
Okay, so it's a straight little hair, and the fliff color
Yeah, it's got
is
a little
going
bit
to
of
be
messiness to it,
a
which
little
is
bit,
nice.
yeah. Brown and red, number 3. Pack number 3 is your
Yep, so you
fliff
can
color.
get long 29, color 3
Yeah,
in DP Yum Yum.
it's cute, but it's not my style.
Yeah.
So it's a good hair, little hair if you're looking for something, and this is your
Yeah.
style. So,
It is nice.
all right. Are we good to go?
We are good to go.
All right, Tour. Remind me how we were pronouncing the store name.
Oh gosh.
Eamoni? Eamoni?
I think Eamoni, but let me double check. 'Cause
I don't mean to put you on the spot.
No, I know we looked this up.
Yeah.
And
Eamoni? Maybe. Anyway, while you're looking it up, they have China.
yes.
The China heels, which I like a heel like this, like it's simple. So I'll probably pick it up because, you know, 50 Linden, it's not bad. Fits Legacy, Maitreya, Reborn, and Cupra. It's available in 10 colors, but for 50 Linden Friday, you get black and what I would call pink or blush, but let's see, what are they calling it? They're calling it Dusty Rose. What is it?
Eamoni.
Eamoni. Okay. So black and Dusty Rose. So I'm going to pick both of those two up. I don't think these over here are also flipped because they don't have a sign on them.
They are not.
And they're 100 anyway. Okay.
They are 100, yes.
Yeah, so all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick these up. I've picked up a few shoes from Eamoni. Is that right?
Eamoni, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm gonna pick these up. But yeah, I'll do that. And do you have anything else, or are we good to go?
No, that's all I got.
All right. All right, Tour. We are at Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like we have the Addy tank in 2 versions. So Stay True and Bikers.
Yep.
They're showing like the full body picture, but it's really just the shirt.
It's just the tank top, yeah.
Yeah.
This is fitting for Lara X Legacy Bombshell, E-Body Reborn, or Waifu. Oops.
Ooh, you're gonna fit waifus in those.
Yep.
Interesting.
Apparently you're squeezing waifus in those.
Interesting. Okay. All right. So Rock and Roll is the straight Stay True one, and then the other is Classic Biker shirt. So I don't know. Part of me wants to see like these waifus jammed in there. Like, can you imagine what that shirt would look like?
I can.
Oh, you can. So I don't need to buy it. You're just gonna have it in your imagination.
I think you should buy it. Or if you wanted to instead get the
demo.
Well, either the demo or across the way, there's a tank top that also fits for waifu that has a California print on it.
What?
Yeah.
What, across the way?
On the other side of the barn door.
I'm looking, but down below. I'm looking at the picture. I was like, that's not California.
Yeah, one of the prints.
Goodness. Yeah. Yeah.
And that could be fun.
That's absolutely going to be fun.
Yes,
let me buy the California. I'm sold. It's and even the name Xiomara tank.
Go.
Sold. You got it. Done. Done.
Nice.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Yep. And then you can buy panties too.
Yes.
I like that. I might have to switch into this one after this video.
Bikini bottoms, yeah.
Yeah, for more when we have like special at-home movie night.
Yeah.
I need more outfits.
That was a lot of fun.
I was. We need to do it again.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, so so I would buy the first pack of panties. That one should match that, right? The Maya bikini bottom pack number 4.
I think so.
That's gonna be good. So that's actually what they're selling. So the top is, even though the vendor images don't help me, they confuse me a little bit because they don't focus on what the item is, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Although they kind of do. They do, right? Like the Xiomara tank on the right image is the shirt. On the Maya bikini bottoms, it's more of the bottom part, but the shirt's still in there.
Yes.
So I'm a little confused. I don't know. I need a little more focus. Maybe it's just me. But I'm gonna buy these panties, which are really bikini bottoms.
Right.
So done. Okay.
Very good.
Okay.
Love it.
All right. So I'm set. Although, like I said, these are cute, but they're not really me. But now I've got this California shirt. It's totally me. So, like I said, when we get home, I'm gonna slip into that.
Nice.
Okay.
Very
all right.
good.
Are we good to go?
We're good to go.
All right, Tour. I think Izzie's. Did we already say that Izzie's got a new logo? I think I feel like we called that out before.
Yeah, we did.
Okay. I like the logo.
I like the logo.
But Izzie's has a collarbone softener, which is interesting. Because wouldn't someone like me need a collarbone softener?
Maybe. It looks like it's
Given-
more for softening, like shading on your collarbone if your skin has it really baked in.
And I see it more like if you're really skinny, then your collarbone is going to show. And if you're not skinny, it's not going to show as much.
That could be as well.
I'm going to buy this because, you know, I have a fair amount of collarbone.
You do.
A girl my size probably shouldn't. So, all right, so 50 linden, and you get the collarbone softener in all these shades, and it just softens harsh collarbone shadows and highlights. But to me, it just makes you look a little bit more soft.
Yeah, 2 opacity levels,
Yeah.
19 shades. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, 50 linden, all yours. I'm gonna pick it up.
Okay, very
All right,
good.
We good to go?
We are.
All right, tour. I can tell by the cute animals that we're at Jian.
We are at Jian.
And I want to say I have these guys, unless he's made or they've made new versions. These I have, because I remember I put them in the water at the retreat.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the floating puppers.
yeah,
Yep.
floating peppers, they're cute. So
They
you've got
are.
like a dachshund or a chihuahua. And they can spin and float in your water, your pool, your stream, anything.
And
They
they've got
have textures.
Some of them rest out here in the pupper pool.
Oh, what?
They've got some of them rest over here in their little
Oh,
inflatable pool, which
okay.
is cute. They're just having a good time.
Aww. I feel like the pug and the donut is new. I don't have that one. They must have other puppers that I don't have. I know I have the dachshund and the chihuahua, but I can't remember if I have the pug or not. And the donut. I don't remember. It's been a minute since I've rezzed these out.
Yeah.
So and I've
Well,
got
it looks
this-
like the only ones here are the chihuahua and the dachshund. So the pug would have to be somewhere. Oh, the pug is Saturday sale
Oh,
over on the other side. It is
Yeah.
also 50 linden, though. So
okay. I must have them all three because I would think I do. I'd have to double check.
yeah.
So, okay. All right, I will double check that. I know I have the dachshund and the chihuahua, but I'll double check the pug. So,
They are very cute.
yeah, must haves for sure.
Hmm.
Okay, are we good to go?
All right. Yep.
All right, tour. We're on a wall. That can only mean one thing.
leLAPEAU.
leLAPEAU. And and it's not a man skin. It's a lady skin,
It's Kiki skin.
but she's
Yeah.
still white. Although
Yeah,
they've got some
so-
darker colors. They've got
They do
caramel
have
up there.
They do have caramel up there.
I love
Ladies get
caramel.
different colors, I suppose.
What is that? What is that? I'm not questioning you. I'm just like rhetorical question. Like, why? Why?
It's very odd.
So men must be all the shades of white, and then ladies can have some color. I wonder
Men
what
can
that's
only be-
about.
Men can only be pale.
Why? Why, tour?
don't-
Why?
I don't know. I would love to know.
I know. It's curious. I wonder if it's like a. It's again. I'm not a skin creator, so I don't know.
Well, like they have the other skin tones for sale though, which is what mystifies me. They just
Right.
choose
It's the sale.
for flip only pale for men. And
Right.
It's like, but,
Is that
but
a
why?
bestseller? Maybe. Or maybe they not sell enough. I don't know.
I have no clue.
I don't either. It's
It
a
is
mystery.
Oh gosh.
Oh man. All right. Well, leLAPEAU. What's this one? Kiki. You can come be Kiki, and I would recommend caramel.
Very good.
All right. Are we good to go?
Yes, we are.
All right. So we're at Nar Mattaru. What do they have?
Well, we have the Bat Out of Hell tattoo.
I like the placement.
Yeah,
That's fun.
it's very suggestive in a very fun way.
And what do you mean?
Well, it's kind of pointing downwards. It's got that very V shape, and some people might see the particular arrangement and spreading of the wings as suggestive of the reproductive area.
I see. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Not sure if it was intended, but that's definitely jumps to my mind.
where my head goes is imagining that on a pregnant belly, like after the act.
Right?
Then you'd have a giant bat.
Then you have a very giant bat, yeah.
Oh, that's fun. I would buy that. I'm gonna buy it to support because I love it. But because you had gotten me a tattoo for that area, so I wear that. But that's just fun. I don't know whenever I would need that, but I want to support it. So
Yeah.
So all right, very good. Are we good to go?
We are.
Oh, you are yawning.
Yes, we are ready.
Pobrecito.
Oh no.
You are tired.
You got me.
You were doing so good.
I was trying.
I could hear the tired in your tone. I think everyone can. And then we have finally captured the yawn. It's like, come on, tour, hang with it. We do this once a week. This is our big...
I know, we're hanging in there.
All right,
Let's keep
okay.
going.
Okay. All right, tour. We are at minimal.
Yes, we are.
And what do we have?
We have these bougainvilleas of this Greek island set, number 14 and number 13.
Those are pretty.
They're very pretty.
So when I was growing up, my Mama Lala and my dad at the house we had when I was a teenager, it was the first house they bought. They had bougainvillea, like all lining the fence.
Yeah.
And it was gorgeous.
Yeah,
and I think
beautiful.
Mama Lala will weigh in, I'm sure, because she always does. But if I remember correctly, she liked them. I remember liking them, but they have a lot of thorns.
They have some, yeah. And but they do add a lot of color. And,
they do.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pick these up because they give me older childhood memories from high school.
Nice nostalgia vibes.
Yeah. So I'm going to pick these up and find a nice place for them. So 50 linden per. I'm wondering if there are a bigger set of them because there's two here.
Yes, there probably are.
Because it's the Greek island set number 13 and 14. So that would suggest there's more to this Greek island set. I don't think that set would necessarily be all bougainvillea. Bougainvillea is what we would call it.
I wouldn't think so, but it's possible.
Yeah, I'm going to pick these up though.
Same.
All right, very good. Are we good to go?
We are good to go.
All right, tour. We are at Octubre.
We are at Octubre.
And I was going to say earlier, I'm pushed in on her offering for FLF. But I was going to say earlier, she helped me. I came here because part of my story in getting ready for the commercial was that I was getting ready for the commercial and I was looking through my notices, which get stacked up. And I hate when they get stacked up.
I do.
But I hate to delete them because I don't want to miss anything. So then Poe had been posting in Octubre. And I missed some of it because she was doing like mystery boxes for like a certain window of time. But there were other things that she didn't like. If you didn't notice, and I wonder if it's still there, she had one of the main reasons I came in. Let me cam. Where's the front of the store? Find the front. Okay, here we go.
It's to our right.
Yeah, I got it. You see, does it still there? Did she take it down? 5 PBR projectors. Do you see that? That she had that for 1 London.
Oh.
So if you want to pick that up at the front desk, that's what I came for.
Got it.
And then I had missed the mystery boxes, and then whenever I come, I just look around anyway. So I was looking around, and I found those hearts, and then I found that she had a wish jar, and I was like, oh, I'm trying to do something. I am going to have a full moon circle at LLP tomorrow. Actually, now that I think, is it tomorrow? Yep. Because it's the blessing moon, and we're going to focus on gratitude and appreciation and things of that nature.
Right.
And I had wanted all the kids each to have their own wishing jar because when Mari went to camp, she had got this friendship jar that was really cool at a craft activity, but it was specifically for that. It's not like available for sale anywhere. I think they made it for that, and it's just for that purpose. So, but it gave me the idea of like a gratitude jar, which I actually have in First Life that was given to me by work. So, it was just important to, to express gratitude. right? It's just
Sure.
mindfulness, kind of wellness, the kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure.
And so, so I wanted the kids to each have their own jar, but I didn't manage to work that out. However, Poe has a wishing jar here that I thought could work for gratitude, where at least the kids could click it. Like I could put it in the center of the circle, and it's like they could click it and put their gratitude in the jar.
Oh, I like
And
that.
so they submit, like they just make their statement. They click it and they type their statement, and then you
Yeah.
can kind of play it back, right? So then you
Yeah.
can see who made what statement. So she customized it for me on the spot because she showed up. I was
Oh,
here
wow.
shopping and she came in and I'm like, Poe. And then I went to hang out with her and she's like, oh, usually no one's here at this hour. This is my secret work time where I come in and do things to the vendors. And I'm like, well, I don't want to disturb you. But I shared with
Yeah.
her what I was doing and how I loved her wish jar and I wanted something like I just described. And she's like,
Yeah.
oh, hang on. I'll fix that for you. Let me do that.
Oh, wow.
And she did it within, I don't know, 5 minutes.
That's so cool.
And then she gave me the jar and she's like, here you go. I'm like,
Aw.
oh, Poe. So I gave her many
That's
kisses.
sweet.
And I thought it was very sweet of her. And so,
Yeah.
so we're going to be using Poe's wish jar in the ceremony tomorrow.
That's awesome.
So anyway, but we are here on Octubre and she has Angel, which it looks like it's an orb and a halo.
Yes.
You know, you collect halos, so I know you're
Right.
getting this, right?
Yeah, I picked this up, yes.
Okay. All right, did you get the orb too or just the halo?
I got the orb as well. You never know when you need a good orb.
That's right. So 50 linden for the halo and 50 linden for the orb?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to pick both of those up too. That's great. Okay, anything else before we continue on?
That's all.
Okay. All right, Tour. I sense some difference here too. Because we're at Poison Rouge, and it doesn't normally look like this, does it? Or we're just in a different area?
It does. We're in a different area. We're usually on like the corner, a little bit
end.
further down.
Yeah.
In this case, they decided to put it in this cute little.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's like wants to be a bus stop, but
Kinda.
now it's just a vendor area, which is kind of fun.
Yeah.
So they have this Toxic Desire purple silver bodysuit for
Okay.
Maitreya and Legacy.
Uh-huh.
And we also have this Stolen Time hat,
Oh.
Black Pearl. So it's got like a veil, a little bit of a veil
Yeah,
there.
it's a little bit fascinator.
A little bit of a fascinator, yeah.
All right.
Poison Rouge always has some very interesting
They
pieces.
do. They do. So
They
50
also
linden.
They've
ahead.
also snuck in a little bit of Seven Emporium art.
Oh, did they? Oh, is it on the sides?
It's on one of the sides, yeah.
Is
On
it the Love is Love side or is it the other side?
the other side? It's the I think too much.
Where I don't see that. Where?
Oh, sorry. Love is love, but on the opposite side of it. So,
Yeah, but I don't see I think too much.
I
I see equality hurts no one. Oh, you're not even at the bus stop anymore.
Right here.
Oh god, on the
Looking.
outside.
That's what I was trying to say.
That's because you're tired.
I
I haven't seen that one. Did we see this one? Do you have this one?
I don't think I have this one.
I
but
think
have
you
the-
need it.
I don't think I need that one.
I think you need it.
Do you think I think too much?
I think you do.
I don't think I think too much.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. All right, are we good to go, Tour?
We are good to go.
All right, Tour. Where are we?
We are at Puddles.
And what do they have for us?
We've got lamps. We've got brass lamps.
Brass
and
lamps.
Vita lampshades in PBR and non-PBR.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. I've enjoyed living in PBR. It's had its challenges, but on the whole, I think it's enjoyable.
Yeah, I'm definitely happy with the PBR, and I'm looking forward to more creators. Like, I suspect that a lot of old creations are going to get touched up a little bit to really take advantage of that.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to the way SL is going to start looking here, and it'll probably be a year before it really starts, saturating the grid, but we're gonna get there.
I've seen a few people liken it to the adjustment between like wind lights and environments.
Yeah,
So,
I would agree.
and that took some time.
Yeah, and even when Wind Lights even first came out, it took a while.
Yeah. And then I know Kala has already made our landlady in Unity.
Yeah.
She's actually our landlady for Stratagem as well. But she's already made adjustments to Unity because Coffee DM'd me one day on Discord and was like, I don't know why I see things like this. And then she sent an image. And I'm like, I was like, I don't know why either, but have you upgraded to BBR yet? Could be that. And she's like, dope. It was that. So Cal has already started upgrading Unity. So you might want to take a walk around Unity and see what it looks like nowadays to you with your new setup and PBR. Ooh. So anyway, we've got brass lamps. So if you're in the market for some lamps and cheetah print, Puddles has you covered.
Lovely.
30, I'm sorry, I don't know, we'll get 30. It's not 30 Linden Friday. 50 lindens, and you get all three, right?
Yeah, I think you were saying 3 lamps for 50
lamps.
lindens.
Yeah, that's where it came from. All right, are we good to go?
We are.
All right, Tor. Now that we've done the hokey pokey, where are we?
We're at Secrets.
Secrets. And I had already started commenting that you had yourself questioning if I was recording, but
Yeah, well, you had started going down a line of commentary that I was like, I
this
can't
should
tell.
be for the video.
Yeah.
I count us down every time.
I know, but like you even started using your we're recording cadence in the way that you were speaking. And I was like, I can't tell. Did she just forget to count us down? What's going on? So I had to ask.
That was fun. That was fun. Because I was like surprised that you would ask. I'm like, I count us in.
Yeah.
But you're right. I mean, I didn't feel myself slip into the FLF cadence that apparently I have. But, you know, I've been told that before too, actually, by my students. They tell me you have a video voice. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I've been told before from even parents, because what I would do when I was teaching my kids is I would record explanations for the parents, because, you know, when I'm teaching 5th grade, 4th grade math, right? With Common Core and everything, it's a lot more than parents remember doing in 4th and 5th grade. And so I would record myself explaining and modeling the work. And so the parents were like, that was like professional grade, like the voice and everything. And I was like, wow, really? I'm just making a math video. I don't know what you're talking about. So, but it was fun. But it was fun to randomly get that comment from parents and students alike through the years.
Yeah.
And then to hear you mention a cadence, I was like, oh, that took me back to those comments.
You definitely do.
Anyway, so if I need to put my FLF cadence back on, I was commenting that this store, I'm used to seeing more on Saturday sale and the other sales, not on FLF. So
right, I don't think I've ever seen it on FLF. So I wonder if they're a new entrant into the FLF space, the FLF family.
Maybe, and I'm sure Zipper could verify that for us. But I was commenting that I wanted to spend some more time here because I feel like Secrets has a lot more intimate items and like body decor, like body jewelry, like even from the thing next to us, right, with the hand jewelry. I've seen things for the legs and the just head to toe body decoration. And I'm very interested. Like this behind us, the FLF item is the Emmeline pearls, right? So it fits Reborn, Lara X, Legacy, and Cupra. Now I'm reading that's probably just going to fit Reborn straight up. But in my head, I would love to see that fit Waifu or Mounds, right?
Right. That would be
just
nice.
Just titty missiles, right? Just, but that puts a lot of strain on the mesh, right? Just stretching it that way. But anyway, yeah. So here for FLF are the Emmeline pearls, and are they available? It looks like they're grouped in colors, but are they individual colors for FLF, like 50 Linden, or what is it?
Let's see. It looks like we get 2 packs, actually.
That's what I thought it looked like, because the way they're situated.
Yeah, so we get the kind of pearl blue black, and we get white, red, pink.
Yeah, I want to get some of these. I'll probably buy them both because 50 linen isn't bad for a whole set. So, well, 50 linen for 3, right? So 100 linen
Yeah.
for all 6. But 6 metal options, 6 pearl options, and just from the look of the picture, so it's going to be an upper body piece,
Yeah.
right? It doesn't
And
come with a
YouTube
bra
won't-
or anything.
And YouTube won't allow you to properly showcase the store, but there's a
Right.
lot of things here that are like body jewelry and
Yeah,
things
exactly.
like that
Exactly what I
that
was saying.
are lovely. Mm-hmm.
Right, which is why I'm glad that they showed up on the FLF list, because whenever I've come here in passing, I'm like, oh, I need to spend more time in the store
Yeah.
and just take a look around at everything. And now that Reborn has really become a mainstay in the top bodies, right?
Yes.
It's a much easier to find things for Reborn than it used to be. So, I want to circle back because I feel like I came through here more on the earlier side of Reborn, where there wasn't much for Reborn, so I didn't spend a lot of time looking. But I feel like if they are creating for Reborn, then I want to take a closer look. So, all right, very good. Are we good to go?
We are good to go.
All right, tour. Where are we? I ask when I really know, but go ahead.
So this is 7 Emporium, and it's their new shopping or their new sale
They made a new
warehouse.
sale area? Where? Oh.
Yeah.
I'm coming back to see this. Okay.
Yeah. So previously it's just kind of been on those little platforms, pallets outside.
He makes stripper poles?
Yes. Do you need me to model one?
Do you want me to model one?
Sure.
All right, let me turn my interface on. Here, hold my cup.
Okay. Right.
Let me take a step up. I'm gonna hand it to you. It's too bad you didn't buy it, or else you could have really held it.
Yeah.
That's why I should gift it to you so you can hold my cup. Detach.
I would be willing to do that.
You would.
Absolutely.
You would hold anything I needed you to hold. All right, so it says you can sit here. Try me. Okay, sit here. So this is going to take you back. Does this take you back?
A bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I was much skinnier then.
Yes, you were.
And I didn't have hooves.
But you were still at that place, still the thickest girl up there. Which certainly drew my attention.
Yep. As we go down memory lane, maybe we should talk about the actual items before this becomes Tour and Consuela's personal memories. We'll stay over here, but the item's behind you, so I'm just going to cam differently so you can still enjoy me and see the item.
All right, sounds good.
All right,
Okay, so we have 2 items for FLF.
Mm-hmm.
They're sending a little bit of mixed messages. So we have the repent sign, and it's followed up by the no bra zone sign.
Yeah. Did you buy any of these signs?
I picked up the no bra zone.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
That was I worded that intentionally that way instead of just saying I know you bought the no bra zone. I'm about to buy the no bra zone.
We've got some writing on there, so we've got we've got a pencil sketch of some breasts out that says "Sleeping naked tonight, open door at own risk." We've also got "Don't be a lady, be a legend," which I love that.
Yeah.
And it's also coming from a pencil sketch of a breast, and we've got a signature on a pair of breasts in the bottom left.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's all on the no bra zone.
That's all on the no bra zone.
All right. Any writing on the repent?
Yes. I recognize... What is this? I recognize something. It's in the N. Something N-I-T-Y?
Do I need to cam in and look?
Maybe. I can't read this.
Divinity?
Maybe.
I recognize divinity in me.
Okay.
Or within me.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
And it looks like there's a tiny bit of very faded writing in the top of the R that I... Something about their head out. Oh, cut off.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
But there's writing above that too, so.
Yeah, I can't make that out at all.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, always very interesting.
Always makes you think.
Always very curious about what drives these. They're like mini vandalizations of his own art.
Yeah.
But yeah, no bra zone is fun for sure.
And do we have any of his polls? I feel like we should get one.
I don't think we do.
Well, it says it's new.
Okay, well then no, we don't.
Stripper pole.
So I'll go ahead and pick it up.
Okay, so there's male dances in here, but only 6.
Right.
And then side panel textures. So that's the bottom. 12 texture choices. Oh, you're going to model the male ones?
Yeah.
I need to watch when my kick up because I'm wearing a tiny dress with no underpants. So.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you. Are you doing the male?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
That's fun. Look at you go. I like the little whee.
Whee.
It's very sexy.
Yeah. I think so.
Love it. I love it.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so I need one of these in my office so that you can come stand on it. And then we'll have one of these in your office, which we kind of already do, but you know, different place. Then we'll put this in a different place.
Yeah.
All right, look at you go. That is so good.
Yeah, it's this wouldn't be very compatible with your skirt on YouTube.
No, actually, I've been recording from just the right angle to not catch any of my pantyless area.
This animation, I don't think there's any angle that would have been safe.
No.
Let's see. A lot of climbing on the male animations.
Let's see. Can I get my menu back? How do I get the menu to see?
Oh wow, jeez, that's a lot of.
That's because my interface is on. I can't get the menu back. I'd have to stand up and sit down again. But I thought it was running on a sequence. But it's just
mine
animation,
doesn't run on a sequence. Yeah. It could be made to do so because it's AV position. So you can tell AV sitter to do sequencing.
Well, let me sit and stand because now I'm curious. Sit. So female dances.
I might.
I've just been in. Here's 2.
I might take a stab at doing the animations. I might take a stab at updating the note card to do sequences and send it over to Augustkov, and
okay.
Maybe he doesn't know about how to do that. I don't know.
Interesting.
But I'll just send it over and see what he.
Look, I'm so strong. Look at me climb.
Oh my.
That's fun.
Yes.
All right. Well, we should explore the rest of this at home.
Yes.
All right. Are we good to go?
We are good to go.
All right, Tour. Where are we?
We are at a place called Sixis.
Have we been here before?
Yeah, I
think
don't know.
I can't. I feel like we have maybe once.
Oh, we have been here once.
Yeah, because they were new to us then.
They were new to us at the time, yeah. But yeah.
And now they have a helmet.
Now they have the Cooper helmet.
That's good.
9 colors with 3 Fat Pack exclusives, and you get the Fat Pack actually for 50, so you get 12 helmets. That's
fantastic. So if you're a cyclist, I don't want to say that's wrong, motorcyclist.
Yeah, but
if you're a biker, I was like, what's the word? What's the word for that, Tour? That's how much of a biker I'm not.
Mama Lala's gonna be laughing right now.
I know she is, because she's like all SL biker lady.
Yeah.
And she's an SL biker baby too. So. All right, so yeah, these are great. So 50 lim, you get the Fat Pack. It's a good deal for the bikers out there. Come get it.
It is.
All right. Are we good to go?
We are good to go.
All right. All right, Tour. I see that we're at Valentina E.
We are at
And you didn't warn me that I'd be disappointed.
No, I think you're going to be very happy today.
So they're both for Reborn?
Yes, both of these are for a reborn.
Wow. Okay.
Right?
So now on the one closest to us, I was doing that pull back thing over and over because I thought the top of that dress has not rezzed.
Yeah, no, it's just a skirt. It's called the sky high skirt.
Well, and I feel like that's pretty clever because no matter your boob, you can wear whatever you want on top. And then you've got a skirt.
as long as it doesn't like clip.
Right. And some things won't. If you're just wearing pasties on top and you're good to go, then you're fine. But even with some of the
there's a lot of like loose. There's a lot of shirts where it's like either a looser shirt or like a jacket or you know,
it's not so form fitting. Then that's what I was going to say. I have a lot of cropped things. So cropped things would hang over this just fine.
Yep.
So I'm very intrigued. Like I want to try this. Yep. And then the other one looks perfect for LLP.
Yeah.
So belt and all, I'll just suck it in.
That's the Henrietta dress.
And both are just in black only? Like, where do I get the fat pack? Because I'm very interested.
That's a good question. Yes, these are just in black.
So they got to be around here somewhere.
Yes, I'm sure they are.
This one's curious to me. This one with the patterns. I love like a patterned summer dress.
I'm seeing a lot of these things.
Are reborn now?
Reborn, yeah.
Oh,
okay, I found the Henrietta dress on the kitty corner to us.
Okay.
I
like the
very
little, go ahead. I'm sorry.
bright colors, like pastelish colors.
Oh, I see.
You like the what?
Well, I like a lot of the things in this room. So like the dress right next to it even, with the like vest and the pattern dress, but I don't know if that's reborn because not everything in here is.
Is that the cheerleader looking one?
No, the Santa Fe next to the...
Santa Fe.
I'm looking at the wrong dress, so...
Oh,
they have a dress called Blanche.
Yes.
That's the dress I'm looking at.
And that one does fit reborn.
Oh, well, I feel like I kind of have to get it.
I think you do.
Okay. But yeah, so Santa Fe does not fit reborn. So it's still kind of a mixed bag with Valentina E.
But it's definitely trending towards
it is. So yeah, I see the one now in the pastel-y kind of bright colors.
Yeah.
Henrietta is what it is.
Yeah. There's also this Edie dress or Edie dress, I think, with these blue, pink, white, black. Yeah. Yeah, and that also is reborn.
Okay, I could see getting the black and the white one kind of leaning into the cow, but without the cow print, you know. I was actually liking the one you're cammed over on now, because that one seems kind of fun and frilly. The Lilibet. Is that made for reborn?
It is.
And it's loose, so it shouldn't be too bad. That could be fun for school too.
Yeah, you could definitely pull that off.
Yeah. And then the ones in the middle tend to be at events usually. Yeah, there's two of them that are at events there.
Right. And one is the Lilibet, it looks like, which we can see here. And
the other one's here,
Yeah, the front one is the Kika dress. That one is reborn. And that is, yes, at an event.
And then the one off to the side is Estella dress.
It is not for reborn.
Aw, I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm loving that there's more reborn traction here at Valentina E. Yeah,
me too. Yeah, I'm going to pick up some of these in this room that are reborn, try them out.
Very good.
So
I look forward to seeing how that works.
Yeah. Where did you say I could find the sky high skirt?
Oh, I didn't find the sky high skirt. Let me look.
It's not in this room.
Let me do a little area
because I feel like I'm going to want more colors of that because I have tops.
Agree. You can do some stuff.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Right, we can spend some time doing that then.
Yeah.
All right. I'm with you. I'm glad that I don't like to assume, that they are trending more reborn because again, I completely understand that, meshing and rigging to different bodies is not easy. Like you and I both shared, we are starting that journey to learn.
Yeah, and we know that there's a lot involved with it.
Yeah. Well, so far we can just make candles.
Yes.
More you than me, because I still have to get all the way through the replay video. But
I can make a little bit more than candles now. But
well, yeah, you're advanced. So
well, I've been poking at it a little bit.
yeah, because you're very eager. So
Yeah.
okay, so are we good to go? Are we going to do some first life thoughts and thank yous and all that?
That's what we're gonna do next. I don't see the sky high skirt other than in black.
Okay, well I'm gonna grab that.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Then let's head out.
Okay.
All right, tour. We have returned to the gallery for first life thoughts. Tour's first life thoughts. And I don't know how many you're going to have today because you're tired. So I'm very curious to see what's on the agenda.
So this is going to be another kind of meandering topic a little bit. But I want to grapple with kind of two questions. So the first subject that I want to touch on a little bit and is okay. So, like, let's be clear. There was of course that assassination attempt that happened last week, and immediately, predictably, everyone was falling over themselves, insisting that things like that political violence has no place, etc., and we need to just air our differences civilly and all this stuff. And that was always going to be the answer from politicians and the media circus. But I want to... So there's two things here. First of all, it has come out, it appears that there was not actually a political motive. It seems... I mean, it's not conclusive yet, but all indications so far are that this was someone that was dealing with a lot of clinical depression and may have just been trying to make a name for themselves, which itself is a tragedy, and we need to actually focus on mental health issues for sure. There's a lot of indications in that. People are welcome to look into it if desired, but it doesn't appear that this was actually a case of political violence. But to the other point, if it were, I strongly challenge the idea that there is never a place for political violence. And the reason I say that is, okay, let's, just setting aside everything, take it to an extreme in history. If more people, because there were some brave people who did, but if more people had chosen to be disruptive and politically violent in 1930s Germany, they may have stopped some of the later atrocities from occurring. That they did not and chose to be pacified allowed evil to take root, and to continue to get worse and worse over time. And I don't think too many people would push back on that idea. I think that people have this gut reaction when it's here and now. But when you frame it in somewhere else in a different time, suddenly people are a lot more open to the idea of using force to stop something terrible happening. So if that's the case, then the question is, where is the line and how much is justified? And I feel like that is a very subjective thing that comes down to how much of an injustice is taking place and how much harm is being done. When people try all and exhaust all other methods of, getting change to occur, and all other methods fail, they are left with no other choice. Um, and so I am linking a couple things. One of them is a kind of analysis. This was actually from, I think, a couple years ago. Kind of delving into some of James Baldwin's thoughts. And he lays out a very compelling case that, and I think it's very poignant for the moment because, let me actually put it in this framing. What we're seeing with the current political atmosphere of America is there is a large, overwhelmingly white group of people who have decided that because they have to share power under democracy, they would rather reject democracy. And the reason that this article, I think, is very poignant is James Baldwin largely lays out a case that the struggle for Black liberation is hand in hand with the struggle for democracy itself. And we've always been a bit of a flawed democracy in this nation. Especially with how long we have and continue to exclude people from participating in it. Something further that I did not know was that while we started the process of granting citizenship, not the vote immediately, but citizenship to Black people after the Civil War and things like that, and that, that process took a long time. The part I did not know was that up until through the 40s and 50s and 60s, we were still systematically just denying citizenship wholesale to Asian immigrants and Indian immigrants. Which is kind of, these are the kinds of things that do not get taught because they taint that pristine image that propaganda of this country wants people to believe in. So let's see, where am I going with this? Where I'm going with this is I think that is I think that is the core reason that we're seeing a lot of this anti-democratic attitude, this lean towards authoritarianism, really just ginning up the last several years. Is a people who are infuriated that they have to share space, share power, and that's because that is inherent in democracy, that everyone in a real democracy should have a say in how they are governed and how they live their lives. And the attitude is, well, some people are different than the predominant culture and they should be excluded. And the predominant culture is of whiteness is one just of exclusion, of just denying people access to things. It is a fabrication that, people who have skin tones like myself really should learn to just reject. It is a framing that was given to us to divide us from fellow human beings, but it means nothing. There's a lot in this article that I think really warrants a read. One of the really important points that he drives home is, of course, one that I've spoken on extensively in the past, that while lynching used to be extremely commonplace, the Institute of policing and extremely long prison sentences have kind of taken its place, and it's allowed people to wash their hands of the personal aspects of oppression and allow the system to kind of do it for them. And it's another reason why those systems really need to be criticized openly and frequently, because the law itself is not justice and is not morality. It's just what people in power have decided is the law. All of this kind of is, I suppose, a response to what I was seeing this week at the Republican National Convention, where they're pretty mask off about their intentions, but I wanted to kind of dive a little deeper into that and really cement it as it's not just the fact that they want to do like voter suppression because people vote for a different party. They really don't want to share power or space with people who are outside of their in-group, and that has to be rejected. That has to be opposed, and it really, I wish it were called out more clearly, because one of the most absurd things that I've heard this past week is that somehow Trump is going to, because he got shot at, suddenly unite the country, and every journalist who was writing these articles or talking about this breathlessly on the air, I just wanted to shake them and say, what are you talking about? Like, this is patently absurd. So I don't know. Those are kind of some rambling thoughts, less clear perhaps than usual, but that's
I don't
where
think
I'm
they're
at.
less clear. I think they're very clear.
Right.
I don't know that I heard the now we're all going to be united bullshit. I honestly, a lot of what has come out of the media since that attempt on him has been bullshit. Just I can't.
Yeah.
I caught snippets of the convention, and I could not, at like the sympathy ear squares.
Oh gosh.
I
Those were
wanted to
worse.
puke. I couldn't. I can't watch it in chunks at all. It's just a lot of bullshit. It's just that's just what I hear when I see that. And my worry has not declined for the voters who are gullible. I am very worried, but there's no way in hell I'm uniting around that. There's no, and I know I'm not the only one who feels that way. It just, I don't know, since that attempt, like I said, my level of worry has just risen. That's all.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with people now like likening it to a divine act.
Oh, yes. I did catch that one.
Never goes well.
Hand of God. I've heard that, right? It's the hand of God on him. And I'm like, that is also bullshit. Like, I just can't.
It wasn't the hand of God. It was the Secret Service.
So, especially since your last thoughts that you shared about the media and stuff, I'm just, like paying attention to that a little bit more with what's on the news and how often and how things are phrased and what message is being pushed, and it's disgusting. Like I just I can't watch it.
It is. It's very frustrating. And I don't know, like from media like especially mainstream media, from their perspective, strictly speaking, it's better if in the short term if they get another Republican up there because they get their tax breaks and whatnot. But for real people, no, it's terrible for everyone, even the people who think that it's better for them. Like that's the weirdest part about all of this is it's all bullshit, and fascism has never actually benefited even the in-group that it appeals to.
So explain to me again how people come away thinking that things are better. We've already lived through 4 years of him. So how do the common folk believe that it's better?
The problem is they never get far enough to think about policy, and you'll notice that Republicans never like to talk about policy at all. What it all is saying, yes, you are right to be angry, and you're right to feel like your life is hard, and it's all because of this group over here, and we're going to hurt that group. We're going to keep hurting them until your life improves. And people who are saturated in this sort of information space, they don't have to think about anything. They're given this very simple answer, and they're given a scapegoat to hate. And once they swallow that hatred pill, it's very easy to just keep on that. And it's very hard to break out of as well, because to break out of that mindset, they have to admit that they may have significantly hurt or even, directly or indirectly caused the deaths of innocent people. And they have to grapple with the fact that they've been dehumanizing large groups of people. And this isn't to like justify anything, it's just to explain the psychology of it. It's very difficult for people to admit that level of error. And the deeper they go into it, the harder it becomes for them to step out of that mindset. It's very destructive.
Thank you for explaining.
I wish that it was a simpler answer. And I wish that there was...
I understand.
Yeah. I also wish that it was based on policy, because then I could actually have discussions with these people. But there's a reason why I just don't talk to someone who's already in that space, because I always will cut them out of my life entirely, because they exist in a space where it's not even safe for them to be around my social circles. So I don't entertain it.
And that says a lot for you, because you will talk to someone at length.
Yeah.
Who is in opposition to what you believe and know to be true. But to understand that there's a point where someone is just not reachable.
Yeah. And I think it's important to identify that and to spend energy elsewhere.
That's smart. I agree.
Yeah.
Because you will talk to people way more than I will.
Yeah. Most of my energy as far as like swaying opinions is either educating people who are and learning from people who are in kind of my shared space, or trying to reach the apolitical, because there is a huge swath of apolitical people who just don't even know anything. They are just voting either Democrat or Republican because they always have, and their families always have, and they tune out to everything and they don't care. And those people sometimes can be reached because they're not invested in an ideology.
And what about, I'm curious now how much time you may spend on those who don't see the point in voting at all. Like, it doesn't matter.
I'll spend a little time. I won't get totally hung up on it. But the case that I'll always make there is voting is definitely the least effective form of activism, but it also is the bare minimum. It takes 2 days every 2 years, or basically, and that's it. And it doesn't even take the whole day. Whereas especially if there's someone who would get involved in anything else, if they're involved in any other form of activism, it's like, you're already doing the work. Take a little extra time just to do this one thing if you can. And I understand all of the arguments about how, we're not actually going to get revolutionary change by voting in, like, Democrats. That is true. However, it is a whole lot easier to basically bully the Democratic Party into making concessions than it ever would be to do that with Republicans who genuinely want a theocratic white ethnostate. Like, you can't negotiate with that.
Wow.
The only thing you can do is violently resist it if they come into full power. And I would much rather use civil disobedience techniques and disruptive techniques and protest within a governance framework that at least is somewhat responsive to it. And it can be argued fully that, Democrats aren't responsive enough, but they are more responsive. So think of it as choosing your opposition,
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I think that's a useful framework for people who are more revolutionary minded to think about it.
Yeah.
I also have heard the argument about, I live in such and such a state, so my vote doesn't really matter. And sometimes that can have some truth to it on the national level, but there's a whole lot of local elections that are decided by a very small number of votes. So even if you're in a deeply partisan state or district, down ballot races still matter and still is worth, especially things like the school districts. I mean, school districts are, the voting blocks for them are relatively small, and a little bit more participation can be the difference between people actually having access to authors like James Baldwin or the DeSantis program.
Right. Well, and that's why school districts have been targeted.
Yes, it is.
So
it is,
because it starts there.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's just another case for why, voting still is extremely important. Yeah. So, yeah, all of these things.
All of the things.
All the things.
Okay. Well, does that conclude your First Life Thoughts tour?
I think so. I think so.
I enjoy them. Everybody does. Because I feel like a lot of our comments are about your First Life Thoughts, which to me, it makes perfect sense. Like, I know our style of video is not for everyone, and that's okay. I lose zero sleep on it. But our style of video is not the norm. And I love that we have this time at the end to just be who we are, I mean, not that we're not through the whole video, but to talk about things bigger than SL.
Yeah, I think it's important.
I think our viewing community appreciates that as well. So to me, that's a good segue into thank yous and comments and whatnot. Agreed. So and I was preparing because I was really, I sit here and sometimes I don't have a lot to say because I haven't thought on some of these things like you have, and some of the more like larger world topics that you've had. When it comes to what we've been talking about the last couple times, yes, I have thoughts because You
Yes,
know,
and
I live
definitely
this.
appreciate that. Yeah.
So a lot of times I don't have a whole lot to say, but then I was like, oh, I better get the comments ready to share because I'm just sitting here, we're like listening to everything, and I'm like, oh wait, I didn't do this one thing. I'm gonna be looking unprepared, but I pulled it together. So we have comments that I want to call out, so I'm gonna get my internet window up. It's a little cut off on the internet window screen, but I can see it, so I can read everything properly. So 7 days ago on our last video, our good friend Glizzy Rizzler, aka Fem Daddy, aka GlitterWaifu, aka Zipper,
Woo!
Made a comment, and she was the one who let us know that the Fashion Chicken shoot was a real shoot in Vogue for the UK edition in February 2021 with Tilda
Absolutely
Swinton.
incredible. That was absolutely
so
incredible.
You were blown away. I was blown away. I have sent many a fashion chicken to children from LLP.
I love that.
We are going to have fashion chicken homework that I was going to share today, but there's a camp going on, so I had to cancel class because there's a lot of kids at camp.
You
Mhm.
I don't know if you probably don't have it ready, but I would love if you shared your
the picture that I shared with you? Oh,
Yeah.
I can bring that up. I should. So you're talking about me and Red, your bestie. Yes.
I've got it here.
Okay, thank you for bringing it forward. So let me open that up.
This picture so much.
What?
I love this picture so much.
Yeah, so it's a Gyazo. She had taken a picture, and I had adjusted it because it was a little off center for me, so I had to Gyazo it. But okay, so this, as you can see, I'm wearing the same outfit that I am now because this is after the shoot, after the commercial shoot. And so she was she a cat in this time? Looks like kitten. It looks cat-like.
Looked feline, yeah.
Yeah. And so, oops, I dropped something under my desk. Hang on a second.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I can pick that. I take care of it later. So we had a feline look going on at the commercial, at the shoot. And so we randomly ended up at Equal 10 after the shoot.
Yep.
Like we had partied, we talked, okay, everybody take care, bye, right? And then I'm like, okay, I still have children who want fashion chicken, so let me go to Equal 10 now and send them their fashion chicken. Actually, I hadn't sent the chickens yet. I had the list. And so I'm like, okay, now I must go send the children their chickens. So I go over there and I'm just standing at the machine, menu, gift, message, like menu, gift, the whole process of Casper Venn gifting, right? So I'm doing it over and over and over for like 8 times. And I'm in the middle of it, and here comes Red. And then we just start laughing. Like, she had not actually owned a fashion chicken, as she shared in her comment, which I don't think, well, I know it because I've read it, but her comment was, because she did comment on our video, because she didn't realize she was going to be making a cameo with us talking about her so much. That she was sharing the link for a friend or sister or somebody who happens to love chickens.
Okay.
It was never her intent to own one. So since watching our video and then hearing me go on and on about it, she felt compelled to buy a chicken.
Good.
She's like, now I feel like I need a fashion chicken. I'm like, you do. And so she came to Equal 10. She had the same thought. Okay, the commercial's over. I've heard Lala go on about this chicken. Let me go get it.
Gotta get the chicken now.
Gotta go get the chicken. So she shows up there randomly with me, and we start just talking, I don't know, like an hour at Equal 10.
Oh my gosh.
Just going on and on about the chicken. And I'm sending them and talking, and then she earlier, after she watched the video, had sent me this headscarf because I said that my fashion chicken, Chickalina, is like a little babushka. Yeah. And so she's like, you need a babushka. And she sent me one. And then she apparently had gotten herself a babushka, and she outfitted her Chickalina, which I forget what she named it. It was like Babushka Bean, I think she named it.
Cute.
And so it has a black babushka, so she got herself a black babushka. And then I put mine, it's like, she was like, let me take a picture. I'm like, no, I gotta put my babushka on. That took a minute because I had to find the right hair, and you know how long that takes me.
Yeah.
So I finally found a hair that worked, and she snapped this picture. And then she put it up on PrimFeed. And then I only shared it with you the other day. I hadn't realized, because at this point I only talk to you once a week. And in big conversations, we chat a little throughout the week, but in text. So I realized I hadn't shared this with you, and you absolutely love this. I feel like we need to frame it and put it in the house because she's your bestie. And this is a favorite picture of yours.
It's so good.
So yeah, so there's that. So getting back to the comments. So Zipper had let us know it's a real shoot. Then Barbie SL weighs in. Looking good, guys. Heart emoji. Thank you for sharing. Thumbs up. Then we get the big red comment. Which is Dahaha 1415, which is red. She's like, this was a freaking hoot. I can't believe as a married woman I've become a homewrecker. LMFAO. Please, I am both your friends, comma, which is her partner, and I haven't been able to stop laughing this whole time, and now I also need a fashion chicken. And then she goes on to comment, and also swimsuits are never called swimsuit, and I hate it too. And then the laughing emoji, right? So then I responded to her and I said, LOL Red, thank you for being a good sport. I know you had no idea you were going to be one of our hot topics in this video when you messaged us innocently earlier to invite us to be extras in a machinima. I can't believe you would share a link for the fashion chicken on Prim Feed and have no intention of getting one of your own. I'm so glad we hung out at Equal 10 randomly. I went there to send a fashion chicken to my students for all future homework assignments, and you went there because you finally realized you needed your very own fashion chicken. The photo you took of us is amazing. Heart emoji. Then she comes back and she says, I had no clue at all, and she laughs, and it gave me all the chuckles. I am pleased as punch. Of course she would say that, pleased as punch. I'm pleased as punch. I can hear her saying it. That you both were able to be a part of the machinima, and so happy you convinced me to join the Fashion Chicken Army. Very glad we were able to hang out and catch up and snap a pic. Oh, that was fantastic. That day was amazing. So thank you, Red, for all of that.
Yes.
Then Mama Lala weighed in. Another great video. I love the fashion chicken. Send your Mama Lala one, which I did. Okay. You know I'm about fashion. She and I will turn heads. Thanks for the Freya's heads up about the Savage rings and bracelet. She's like, I saw your video at the gym on Monday. When I got home, I logged into SL to get mine. Luckily, the vendor didn't remove it yet. I usually don't bother reading any rings on FLF because they never have anything for Freya. So when you say Freya alert, I go back to see the item. Thanks for the alerts. I'm glad she pays attention. We do it for her because I know she still rocks a Freya.
Exactly.
Good call on this one, baby Lala. And yes, to her, I'm going to bling it out.
Absolutely.
Then we have Tristan that says, Chickalina is a whole vibe, as is Tilda fucking Swinton posing with a chicken.
Yes.
He goes on to say, it's so wild the way you two know Red. I met her back when she applied to blog at Volatility over 7 years ago.
Oh, wow.
If I've got my timing right. She actually won a raffle for blogger access to my team at one of the Relay for Life events over the last few months. I was so stoked to see her again after all these years. Then that's what I mean. Red apparently is one of the people to know on the grid. So if you don't know Red Wrath Carew, you need to know her. Apparently she's one to know. Then we had 100-degree heat today where I'm currently living, with 110 where I'm originally from. The heat feels amazing for me, but I worry for the folks up north here. They're very clearly not used to this level of heat, and we have a large homeless population that can't do much about what they're stuck out in. Thank you for the reminder to carry water bottles. It might also be good to stock up on sunscreen and some cheap compact umbrellas to hand out. Very true. Very true.
Very good advice.
Then Tristan goes on to say, please respect my chicken, quote unquote, is going to be a sign. I'm making it. It's happening. You did this. True, because, I really do want you to respect my chicken.
Respect the chicken.
Respect the chicken. Then Tristan goes on to say, I won't comment on Tour's first life thoughts this week. As much as I'd love to discuss, the whole situation has me terrified and exhausted. I'm crossing my fingers for the best possible outcome, but I think I need more limbs to cross. Yeah. Glad to see you both back and feeling better. This video was a bright moment in a rough week. Keep doing what you're doing. Heart emoji. So Tristan, thank you. I love Tristan. I love all the comments. I love detailed comments like this. I'm glad we really encouraged Tristan to come out of the shadows and just pour out his thoughts in our comments.
Be Tristan. Yes.
Be Tristan. Yeah. So those are the comments. So that means now that I've handled all the comments, let me go back over here to this screen. I can put that window down. I can just do my general thank yous to everyone. We are 317 strong. Thank you all for subscribing to our channel. Feel free to share with friends. Please continue to like and comment. We're here for the comments. We really love it. We love to engage with everybody that way. So thank you all for being here and spending time with us, whether it's the whole video or just a part. We appreciate you.
And we'll see you in the next one.